Good evening, everyone. You might be seeing something very strange on your screen here. Something that a lot of people probably haven't seen for like 30 years. Something like long time. I think it's like officially the 23rd anniversary or something. Uh, so this is EverQuest 1. This is, well, for one, it's old. And for two, it is really, I don't want to say the first, because I mean, Ultima Online and all that stuff says, but it really was it bordered on the revolutionary rather than the evolutionary. I mean, we were definitely working on, before this, we were definitely working on multiplayer online games. I mean, heck, I played them on AOL. I played Sierra Online, Shadow of Cerberus. I played Meridian 59. This was the next big thing. I mean, even Meridian 59, even though it said it was kind of 3D, it was 3D kind of the same way that Doom was 3D. It's a 2D map, but it kind of treated you like 3D when you were on higher platforms, I guess is the way to say. Um, so this was really the first 3D setup, to be honest, that I know of. I mean, I could be wrong. I think this was the case. This was, of course, original World of Warcraft type of era, old stuff. I mean, and this was basically EverQuest and Warcraft were the two titans at the time. As you know, Warcraft went on to be the next greatest thing. EverQuest and Warcraft just kept doing updates. Warcraft never really did a sequel, just kept adding stuff. EverQuest tried to go to EverQuest 2, which was a good game. It is a good game. I mean, these games are both still playable from companies that have inherited / bought / descended from the original companies. I mean, this was originally Sony Online, SOL, which is now a couple of spin-offs, and now it's with Daybreak. And so we thought, hey, let's give it a show. Why not? I haven't played in a long time, though I have played EverQuest 2 somewhat recently. I haven't played EverQuest 1 in decades, probably. To get in there. It really is. So I thought we'd find a server. Because I've already done the server choice. There's lots of different servers. There's time-locked servers, which started EverQuest at like its original expansions, and then over time slowly unlocked expansions. So you like experience it like it originally was, sort of. There's level-locked servers, which do essentially the same thing, but you're locked. In addition to not having access to other places, you're locked to the levels that were available when those things came out. So it's, I guess, kind of even harder. There's PvP servers. There's free-for-all servers. There's free trade servers where every drop is tradable. I chose a server closest to the way I like to play, and this might be controversial, certainly not practical, but I like the no-box, one character per person servers. There's a lot of different reasons for that. For one, there's only a certain amount of resources in a given zone, and it's kind of I think it's kind of a cheap excuse to say, oh, well, I can't kill it by myself, so I need to bring 5 box clients with me so I can do everything by myself. And it's like, well, all you're really doing is, I guess, perpetuating the need for boxing. I mean, if there's nobody there, then there's nobody there. Manifesting 5 extra people out of nothing, and then say somebody else does come in the zone. Well, you've already cut yourself off as a possible person to group with. The two of you could probably do something, but now they're alone. And then the next person's alone, and everybody's alone, everybody's boxing, and, it becomes, I don't know, a massively multi-boxed online game as opposed to multiplayer. There are lots of arguments for boxing. Convenience, the ability to do things, lack of people to play with, stuff like that. But I don't know. To be honest, if you log into a game and you can't find anyone to play with, that's something the game needs to address, not you need to go find a third-party tool to address. If you've got 55 servers and everybody's boxing, maybe you should only have like 10 servers that everybody's at. And I'll tell you right now, nobody is going online after a game session and writing about how awesome their boxed player companions were. Whereas I still have stories about when I played EverQuest with actual people. So that's my old person rant. Like I said, there's plenty of practical reasons to do it the other way, and lots of people do it the other way. I won't. So I'll get in this game and I'll play it, and if it turns out there aren't enough people to play on the server because everyone's boxing or because there's just nobody here, we'll go play something else. But I want to show this off to people, I think. Now, this is not Project 99. Project 99 is a non-for-profit, fan-based server, I guess, emulator that allows you to play it like it truly was back in 1999. And it's some pretty hardcore stuff, not gonna lie. Even though I played it then, I played a lot of games since then, and maybe I'm not as hardcore as I used to be. Maybe I'm a little bit soft. But there have been, and there are, let me turn this rotate off for so I get dizzy, lots of quality of life improvements that have been made to EverQuest over 20 years. Now, granted, there's only so much you can do, given, you don't, without completely changing the game, but I don't see why we shouldn't take advantage of some good ideas that came up in the meantime, or some technological advances that became possible as servers became beefier and graphics and graphic cards became better. So let's make a character. So you know what this would do. Okay, so create character. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we need to get a font increase maybe. At least we move windows around. Didn't used to be able to move windows around. I mean, that's actually one of the things that improved. So, by making a new character on Aradune, you're greeted by the server-specific rules. Right now, that's true boxing, so basically, don't run more than one client. And specific rules, regulations, previous agreed upon EULA. Basically, follow the rules. You chose a server. Don't get on the server and bitch about, oh, I want to multi-box, or I want to do X, or why can't I get X level, or why can't I go to certain places? You signed up. If you didn't read the rules, that's on you. It's like, buying a plane ticket and getting on the plane and not realizing that you might actually have to sit down and wear your seatbelt. It's like you kind of agreed to the basics when you bought the ticket and walked in the door, And if you don't like that, then complain about it before, you've got 300 other people just wondering why the fuck you want to sit down and put on your seatbelt. Oh, wow, I'm full of rants tonight. Okay, so yeah, sure. So we got our races. Now, most of these were available when I started. Some were added later. Barbarian. Get a little lore on that. Barbarians are like proto-humans. They were the humans of the far cold north in Hallis. And then as humans migrated south, there were some changes. They became, I don't want to say smarter, but certainly smaller, more suited to city life, I suppose you could say. And that was kind of in the background, pushed along by some of the gods. Dark Elves. The usual, Tyrdal, basically. The hateful blue meanies. What else do you want to say? I'm not gonna lie, though, I mean, certainly easy on the eyes. Then we got Dwarves. The usual, just, imagine Gimli, and you pretty much got your dwarf down. Erudites are kind of an offshoot of humans. Basically, pretty much if you had to go with the, I guess I don't know what you call that, not really the ancestry chart, but more of, like when you have a chart of this is like you start with like canines, and then you've got, under canines you got wolves, fox, foxes, things like dogs, foxes, things like that. So basically you'd have like, base humanoids, which started with like the barbarians, and then the direct down offshoot of that would be humans, but then kind of like an angled offshoot off humans would have been erudites. Definitely more focused on the magic and less on the, I don't know, practical, moral or practical consequences of their research. You know, the research for research sake. It's like, cool, I learned a new thing. Yes, I happen to blow up a building in the meantime, but hey, you know, I learned a new thing. Gnomes, I'm not sure. They were created not long after the Dwarves. I guess it's very similar to how you compare barbarians and humans. Smaller, smarter, lighter, but still pretty focused on, you know, mechanics and blowing things up like a lot of gnomes. Half elf, of course, is the cross of human and high elf. Basically, a little stronger than the elves, but not beefy. So halflings, they, I mean, I think a lot of these are traditional D&D style races. So if you had to imagine a halfling, you pretty much the furry-footed Hobbit style halfling, traditional D&D stuff, Tolkien stuff. The high elves, again, a lot of these you could imagine were straight D&D Tolkien ideas, because this was a fantasy RPG MMO, and this is what people were used to and expected. The high elves, of course, beautiful, magically inclined, lived long time type of thing, looked down on pretty much everybody, that type of deal. Then you got your humans, don't necessarily live as long, aren't really great at any one particular thing except being resourceful. So, and descended from the barbarians. It was a divine help. Now, this is one of the races that were added with an expansion, the Ixar. The Ixar are the lizard people that were from a southern continent that was brought on board with expansion. I think first or second big expansion brought on the Ixar, if I recall. Ogres, hey, ogres. Pretty, big, massive, tankish type things. Tribal, I definitely have to say. They have the trolls. Basically, again, big, strong, massive, live under bridge style. Not as tribal, I don't think, but are pretty much into it for their own stomachs. They'll eat anything, power to help them get stuff to eat, that type of deal. The Bashir were added a lot later, not a lot, a fair amount later, and they are, as you can see, majestic cat people. They live on the moon, or originally lived on the moon, by the way. Then you have the Wood Elves, which, compared to, I guess, if you're going very Tolkienish, like Legolas would have probably been considered a very regal or royal Wood Elf, whereas Elrond would have been more of the High Elf. So, not a whole lot of difference. I mean, there was definitely less difference in Tolkien than there was in EverQuest, but definitely we've got the tree. Imagine the Wood Elves would be the tree cities, the archers, that type of thing. The stealthy, as opposed to the High Elves, more, I guess, projecting of presence. Stealth and projecting presence don't necessarily go very well together. Froglocks were added somewhere in the middle, I want to say. They were, I think they were originally enslaved by the trolls when the trolls took over their cities, and then they broke free, and they are surprisingly pious. I guess they had a little divine help breaking free, and are very, very happy for that, and I would like to repay that. So the frog people are quite pious. And the last one is the Draken, which I actually even don't recall. That was definitely past my time. So that's pretty much the classes. Back when I originally played, I think I played mostly humans, because they could be paladins of Erolisimar, who was that was like being a paladin of Aphrodite. It's kind of neat, the concept. It's like you're a paladin of love and affection, but you're more than happy to smack down with the weapons because love would be preferable, but stopping other people from killing people is definitely up there. You can't love somebody if they're dead. So yeah, so protecting your loved ones was a big thing. I usually went human because that was the choice. I think that was the only option that could choose. Let's look at that. Erelisi Mar and Paladin. Known Nathaniel Mar, which is Erelisi's brother, who is like the Paladin god. But Erelisi Mar, like I said, kind of like Aphrodite and Cupid rolled into one. And it was definitely allowed as a Paladin. And if I recall, I don't know if this is still the case, when you would get like this armor later, the color of the armor you get would actually be based on which deity you chose. I forget exactly. And of course, so in addition to your race, you get your race, your sex, your class. Let's go over the classes. Of course, Bard, as your usual Bard, music effects. Beast Lord would be kind of like your lightly armored warrior with pets. Berserkers, all about the two-handed damage. Clerics, heavy armor, blunt weapons, healing spells. A lot of this is very D&D style. If you've ever played Dungeons & Dragons, Druids, enchanters. Enchanters and magicians are slightly different. Enchanters are all about the buffs and illusions, and damage. And even illusions can deal damage if you think they are. Magician, elemental style magic. Monk, punch, fist, kick. Necromancer, raising the dead pets. Paladin, heavy armor, swords. Some healing and buffing magic. Ranger, all about the bows and the tracking. Rogue, stealth, pokey poke backstabs. Shadow Knight, kind of like the anti-paladin. It's heavy armor, swords, a lot of type of weapons actually. But instead of getting a whole lot of healing, you get like dots and debuffs. I think you actually get like a little skeleton pet too. Shaman, I want to say, kind of like the animal version of the druid, but the druid is like the pet priest. The shaman will be like the animal priest. So lots of animal-based buffs and things like that. Warrior is a straight-out sword and board series, no nonsense tank. And actually, I take that back. Magician. What's a few magicians? Oh, magicians were summoners. That's right. Magicians would be the pet summoners and elemental pets, and wizards would be the elemental nukes. So the outright nuke. Now, it used to be that you would choose your choice of deity. I think your choice of deity still, yeah. So if you wanted to be evil, like an evil wizard, you would choose someone like an evil-ish god. I think I want to say Inaruk is like Prince of Fear, Prince of Hate. And then you'd start out in Freeport. But I think, yeah, your god chooses your starting city to some extent, your race and your god. There's for humans, there was West Freeport, which was on one side of the continent, and Kinos, which is Sony EQ written backwards. It is not very creative. Is on the west coast of the big center continent called continent of Karana, which is named after one of the other gods. And one of your original, you hang out in your area, then one of your things would be to run to the other city, just kind of like a rite of passage, because Kinos, you could catch a boat toward Odis, which is where the erudites live. And in Freeport, you could catch a boat over to, what's the name of that continent? Felwith? I want to say Felwith. Where the dwarves, gnomes, and both types of elves live. Now, things may have changed since I played, and there's other continents, of course. I don't know all the boating paths. But back in the day, when you wanted to catch a boat, you went to the dock, and you waited for the boat to get there. You got on the boat, and the boat took you to the other continent. It took about 20 minutes, and you were on the boat. This was not teleporting. You were on the freaking boat. And while you were there, you'd like go through oceans, like the Sea of Sorrows or whatever, and there were islands with creatures on them and things to do. It was definitely not, there were zoning points, but it was definitely not your zone, you're in the new continent. Yay. No. You sat your happy ass on the boat for 20 minutes, and you rode the boat there. And if something happened on the boat and you got tossed over the side, I hope you like island food. So anyway, I was thinking, since I will play the Paladin, I didn't play the Elves a lot. Because like I said, I usually went with the humans. Mainly because the Elves... Southern Falmouth, okay. So if I'm an elf paladin, yeah, I can only be elves can only be paladins of Tunar or Tunari or whatever you want to call her. So that's why I didn't choose elf paladins. Now, if I choose a cleric, yeah. Okay, pretty much if you're a cleric or a paladin elf, you have to be Tunari, which she's like the elf all mother type of thing, which I mean, fine, I guess. Yeah, mother of all, blah 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 blah. But that's not really, you know. So maybe that's why I went with human back in the day, because I could choose paladin, Erlisi Mar, and of course I'd have all the Mars start in Freeport. So I'd have to start in Freeport, which is kind of the, I don't know. Kinos is more idealistic, run by a king, or I want to say a king. And it's what you'd think your like traditional fantasy town. Whereas Freeport, I forget who runs Freeport. I want to say in EverQuest 2, Lucan Delaire runs it. I'm not sure who runs it in 1, but I think he's still up there, high up in the things. But it's more of the, I don't want to say shantytown, Vegas. Basically alleys, thieves, not so nice areas. But there's still, islands of good in there. I mean, there's the temples of Mar, there's all this other stuff. So we're going Paladin, we're going Erlisi Mar, and Freeport. And name, I always... Oh, no spaces, so Winter. See if I can get that name. And let's go to appearance. So as you see, there was some editing you could do. So it's hard to tell. I gotta like lean in a lot to see. Okay, there's some jade eyes. Hair color. Both red. Hairstyle. Well, like 4. We'll go with the long hair. And the face. Let's find a face we like. That's pretty serious, pretty straightforward. I'll go with that. And advanced, normally it pumps all our points. See, there's some points you can distribute. Like we got actually 20 points we can distribute. Stamina's probably nice, but I'm gonna split that between charisma, wisdom, and stamina. Actually, let's back this up. 5 points. Let's do that. Okay, now that's our character creation as far as I know. I don't know what the tutorial button does. Oh, whether you want to run it or not. Okay, I'm gonna leave that enabled. Yeah, let's do it. Entering the Mines of Gloaming Deep. Okay, friends list. Now, once I get in here, we're gonna start playing with the graphical options because you really can't until you get in the game. So if we can, we're gonna try to. Because right now I'm playing at 1920 by 1080 on my, 34 or my 3500 by 1440 screen or whatever the heck it is. So things are kind of small. Okay, this must be the tutorial. Okay, great trade, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, the kobolds of Gloaming Deep are a problem. Slave raids. Oh, we can't have that. Well, that plan didn't go well. Well, apparently they can't read it, which is probably in my favor. Okay. Basic movement. Scroll wheel. Okay, that works. Keyboard to ASD, fine. X is duck. Do we use? I didn't know we used a duck. Move the mouse forward. Okay, basically right click lets me move around. Okay, that's cool. Spacebar jump. Mouse look. F9 to change your view. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, we got that. Okay, Aries, relax a moment. I need to set your ribs. Oh, great. Okay. They broke my ribs. So, wow, this stuff is really tiny. I'm gonna need bigger stuff. Okay, we need to raise this. Yeah, we're gonna need to raise that sensitivity, so I don't have to like pick up a move and pick up a move and pick up a move. All right, okay. Okay, yeah, I see that. I will probably be moving this stuff. Okay, hail. Okay, see, this is how EverQuest worked is you didn't actually have like clickable menus or stuff. You would actually hail people and they would talk to you and then you had to read it. And if there was something that they important you wanted to ask them about, you could click on that and say, yeah, you'd ask them about escape. So kill the jailer, get his key, and return to Arius. And I'll queue his quest journal. Okay, we'll accept that. There didn't used to be a quest journal, to be honest. This is somewhat of a new thing. So, wow, even a quest pop up. Okay. And yeah, apparently I accidentally conned him. That's what, see what his condition is. He judged me amiably, so he likes me. But what you like to, if I attack him, he's going to slaughter me because he's level 5 and I'm level 1. Okay, so let's remove our target. I don't see a jailer. Or the area to find a jailer. Okay. Okay, I can turn like this too. Oh, no. He was auto attack? No. Yeah. Things we will need to adjust. Oh, there's a jailer. Right click to consider it. Okay, even fight, level 1. And scowls at me, so he'll attack me when he sees me. Oh, he knows I'm here. I'm going to Q to auto attack that. Oop, yes. So all right, okay. I left click key and give. Yeah, I'm level 2. Okay, basic training or do the revolt. I think I need the training. But like I said, first I need to adjust all this. Options, okay. Play. A loading screen is loading art, that's fine. Sky type, complex, new armor, okay, all. Show everything. Video modes, okay. There we go, 3440 by that. Refresh rate. And unless we're full screen, there we go. That worked pretty well. And now I go back to video modes. Okay, that's somewhat better. I can see stuff. Look, you can see stuff too. Okay, yeah. Mouse look sensitivity, let's crank that a bit. About 30. Yeah, we're not doing Facebook stuff. And okay. We got our window selector, we got our quest window, we got our effects and songs, we've got group stuff, we got our quest journal, which we're going to move up here where we can see better. So begin our training. Okay, so we can hail him and ask him about a whole bunch of different stuff. Here's our target window, our extend targets spellbook, which we have. The cool thing about spellbooks, okay, back in the day, this is kind of funny. You used to sit down and rest to regain mana. But the book filled your whole screen on purpose. So you were busy studying. You were not watching your environment. So you could easily get jumped and smacked while you were looking at your spell book on purpose. That was the point of it. But later, they made it so you could have the book open, be sitting, and still see. So I on one hand, I kind of like it. Oh, that's a bit too much. We're gonna lower that. On one hand, I kind of like it. On the other hand, I mean, I liked it. It was neat, but yeah, it might have been a little asking a little too much. Cut that about half. Okay, that's better. I could like that. So our choices were we have the revolt, which we talked to guard, or we've got a basic training, which we talked to Arius, which I really think we should do basic training. Let's move these. Can we move these buttons around? Okay, I hit the button. I don't know. I guess these are locked. Melee attack, bash, taunt. I think it's pretty straightforward. My spells over here. Actions I can do: find, camp, sit, walk. Okay, I mean, really seem. No, I'm not going to do that. This is basically their, I guess, that's all access cache. That's actually across every one of their games, so you can use that same cache in EverQuest 2, EverQuest 1, Planet Side, or DC Universe. But, you know, I'll just... Anyway. So we're going to keep this pretty straightforward. Put this down near me where I guess I can see this easier. This is my target. These buttons, I guess, can go over here. Yeah, this is kind of, I mean, my screen is kind of chopped off on the sides, so you're not seeing the black boxes, which is just as well. Yeah, we're going to talk to Arius, so we want to talk to him, so... Then hail. So, use the find command. Find command, look at other important blah blah blah. Open your find menu, control F, and press find on your hot button. Or press find on your hot button. Okay, find is down here, and find is over here. Then click on Absol's name under weapons. Okay. So, escape to that, then find. Absol, weapons. Cool, we got a path. I need to fix that. Well, there's Absol. I guess they hide Absol. Okay, weapons maker. You already have a weapon equipped for escape with areas, but Absol's gonna make it better. Open your inventory and remove blah blah blah. Okay, give your weapon Absol. So inventory, I've got this weapon, which is a short sword. And we're going to give it, we're going to take it up, pick it up, and give it Absol. Okay. Each weapon inventory, breathing weapon and inventory property rectangular blah blah. Okay, auto equip it. Okay. It is now a sharpened short sword, which is now been equipped. I don't know how to look at that. What do I got? Tattered note. Okay. There we go. Okay, so yeah. And then I got a backpack, which has food. I guess this is automatically used. I don't know. I got bandages. Okay. Okay. So, I get to hail Alara, which I don't see. Oh, there she is. Okay. Okay. Got some heat band braces. Sweet. Blah, blah, blah. Others not so lucky. Take this armor found in Kobold. Others, what others? You find in glooming deep silk. Bring it to me and make more bandages. And she'll give me burlap armor. So definitely bring her silk in return for more armor. Next step is, back to her about maps. And the find. And hail. M key. Use your map to find the Glooming Dale mushroom. Pick one by left clicking it and continue. Okay. Maps. Okay, I'm over here. The mushroom's over here. Yeah, check out our wonderful, this is some high quality line art map going here, folks. And there was a jail, I guess. Somehow we made ourselves, I think we were here when we fought the thing. We made our way around here pretty well. Oh, there they are. Mushrooms. Okay. Highlight filter, distance, blah, blah. Yeah, the map is a bit more advanced than I'm used to. So she wanted mushroom. There's your mushroom. Okay. Now we go to Ryland and learn about spells. He's offering me a beneficial spell or a buff that will keep protecting combat. Okay, all spells will affect in this window, the effects window. Right. Songs windows are short durations, usually appear in the zone, like bard songs. Yeah. Inspect the properties, hover over it, and hold the right mouse button. Okay. Yes, blessed. Will be. I have learned a spell. And I usually automatically sit down when I open the spell book. Oh, it's not done yet. Okay. Still scribing. Oh, it takes time to put it over here too. Okay. Spell sets. No. It's a heal. Okay. Okay. Right click on whole alteration. Hey, I was doing something there. Here, minor wound, 69 hit points. Wounds closed. Someone says, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Hail Prathen. 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 There we go. Grouping communications. Forming groups. Target them and click invite in the group window. Oh, okay, invite. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay. Say, tell, group. Okay, I know those. That's pretty standard stuff. This is where all this started. Shout is zone wide. OOC is zone wide, but not in character. Okay. Main chat is this window. New windows, we make new windows. Chat filters. Chat channels. Okay. Pretty basic stuff. This all stuff started here back in the day. Basher algas and learn about something. Basher alga. Learn about hotbars. Okay. I cannot see you. I need to look up to see you. Okay, manage hotbars. Cycling, you can switch, right? So 1 and 2, having 1 and 2 up. Okay, lasts for 5 minutes, and I can only use it every 10 minutes. Okay, who's next? Hail Frizik to learn about something. Okay, we're gonna do optional stuff because we like optional stuff. Frizik, trade skills, okay. Ask Frizik about rat steaks, okay. Grace dish, here's a nice rat sirloin for you and a jug of sauces. Okay. Let's click the oven. Open the trade skill window. Okay, there's our trade skill window. Let me take steak. Okay. Okay, search recipes. Go down to see rat steaks. Okay. Okay, then combine. Okay, now a rat steak. You can also experiment. Blah, blah, blah. That's pretty straightforward. Best guess. Okay, that works. I need to take Q off of this because I'm gonna get myself killed. So let's go back to our things and our keys. Yeah, this needs to be removed. There. I don't need an auto attack button there. That's gonna just kill people. Because I will probably accidentally hit Q more than I should. That's how I get set. There we go. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay, who's next? Widgeon. Widgeon. That's a kobold. Mine sell things. Right click anywhere under the merchant window to sell. Click on inventory and click the sell button. Merchant window. Blah 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 blah. That seems pretty straightforward. Yeah. I have money wise. I have no money. I'm broke. So, yeah, we're done. Lindro. Loosh. I can swim. This is one of the first games where you could actually like swim too. Lindro. Somebody with an L around here anywhere? Lindro. Mark Liaison, Python, Pox, Absor, Widgeon. Oh, here he is. Did not see you down there. Okay, banker by right click. I have a backpack in the bank. A spare backpack would be nice. Okay. Farquad. Drive Farquad. Achievements. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I see a lot of these are general trade skills. Heroes journeys. Okay, yeah, all this stuff. Heroes journeys, trade path, expansion for each expansion. General, special. Yeah, got it. The hero's journey is what we're supposed to do, I guess, to go on. Okay, well, I mean, at least it's a thing. That's kind of neat. So, Mr. Farquad, or share and learn about something. For sure. Soulbinder. Okay, most turns. Okay. Okay, Hail Poxan and learn about something other. I remember this now. It's like, yeah, you would like. Oh, swimming. Jump in the water and grab Pox and Storm below the bridge and click on continue. Okay. Okay, remaining. That's actually kind of important. We should get this down to where we can see it. I've gotten better at swimming. I'm already getting skill points, folks. Okay. Probably should return this to him. Oh, cool. He gave me a piece of armor. Priest of Looklin and learn something. Mm-hmm. Okay. If I die, I come to him, he'll bring my corpse here, and get my crap back. Yeah, this is something else. You had to, like, drag your corpse somewhere safe to loot it. Because when you died, you pretty much dropped your stuff. So, yeah. This is a bit rough compared to some of the games now. Hail Mackenzie the Younger, okay. Mm. Once we use the map, I guess. Because, no, we use find, because I have no clue where Mackenzie the Younger is. Augmentation. Oh, out the hall. Okay. Oh, there he is. Okay. Lesson. Okay. And distillers remove those. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Now we've done all the basic training. Go talk to Various. It has been a while since I have played, honestly. I have shoulder armor and a sword. Okay, that's bonus stats across the board. Good with that. Yeah, let's talk to the guard first. Ratis. Hello, Ratis. Hey, rats, bats, and nests. Let's go get our blessing. I don't have a shield, okay. Better one-hand slashing, yay. I got stuff. Bone chips, rat ears. Stuff I can sell, I guess. Always need, always greed, never. Okay, so I can like mark things that I never want. But we got crap to sell. Better offense in general. Okay, that's good. Oh. I mean, it's a bit busy on the screen, to be honest. But, I mean, so far, all the solid parts of your expected MMO. It's kind of funny. It's actually not that bad. Once we turn this quest in, I think I want to go talk to the person who said they had priest spells, because I know paladin, you get spells, because I got salve, obviously. And let's look at our quest list. Alt Q, was it? Yes. Okay, 8 bats, 4. Okay, we're moving along. And then talk to witch and sell loot. Obviously, if I do continue playing, I'm going to open up the main chat window a bit more, rearrange some things, maybe find some better UI. I mean, it's not that bad, but the fonts are kind of small. I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, that's for sure. So, approaching next level. I'll tell you around, these leaves look different back in the day. They got this like shiny, wet look. They definitely have improved. The environment's not so much though. Yeah, where did that come from? Weird. Wrong button. Okay. Okay, we need 2 more rats and 1 more vermin nest. Hey, we got level 3. Ah, so you have to target yourself. Okay. And Alt Q. All that's done. I need to speak with Laura, and I can speak with Widgeon to sell the stuff. A lot of optional stuff here I can probably do. Let's sell our crap first. Now have 4 gold. Not really a whole lot of heavy armor. Like stitched burlap is the heaviest they've got. No available mercenaries, huh? Good Lord. Tons of stuff. So yeah, we won't be doing that. Okay, well, it won't let me do it. I wonder if that's a bug. Let me ask around. Oh. So the mercenary quest might not have been enabled yet. Or I just don't have the expansions. One of the two. Okay, we'll skip on that, because we don't need to buy anything right now. Okay, so apparently we don't have the ability to do mercenaries, which is fine. So what else we got? Then we talk to Valara. Okay. Valara. Yeah, Valara. Okay. Definitely Plate Greaves. Yes. Yes, please. automatically equip them. I'm good with that. And you can see them. They're purplish. Okay, next. Beat God Rin, do the spider caves, okay? Spider hatchery to the south. Okay, looks. Oh, okay, that's probably the place with all the web out front. Yeah, that looks suspicious. You better at slashing and offense, I guess. This will help. Events going up is good too. Go back and get that buff redone. It took a while. The music is suitably epic. You know, it makes it sound like combat music. Boom Spider, chunk of bronze. No trade. Okay, that must be special. Lore, no trade. Oh, Abs are going to use this craft a new weapon. I'm on board. Definitely on board with the new weapon idea. Woo! Oh well, don't do that. At 4? Two. Nothing on it. I'm not sure how long we want to play this. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying it. I would actually, if I wasn't streaming for other people, and didn't have to worry about, people getting bored watching, I'd probably keep playing it. I usually limit the retro stuff, if it's not in a series, to a couple hours, so people can, kind of have a variety to look at and say, hey, let's try that. That looked interesting. I wonder if I just give that to him. Okay, that is a bronze glooming deep sword. Medium one-hand slashing, 528. Okay. This is 427, so it's improved. Need to redo our buff anyway. Actually, even if I had silk. I can sell this other stuff. We got some more armor. I mean, every little bit helps, right? Cost 4 silver, sure. How much money I have left? Oh, 9 silver. So no, I don't want to buy that. That'd be. Okay. I can afford one more spell. I picked up a bunch of quests that were pending. One of which was break barrels. For arrows, I guess. Oh, bow. Warrior Paladin. I should be able to use that actually. These are useful items. So attack barrels when I see them because they have arrows and things. Hmm. Quite a gamble, huh? And defense goes up. I'm gonna sell a bunch of junk and turn out a bunch of other junk in. That was a little bit of a rough fight, but again, if you look at the stats, I gain a lot of stats in that. Definitely not as epic as some of the other intro quests might be, but you're definitely learning. Lots of side quests too. Those scout guards aren't here. Probably this way. This has been interesting. Been kind of fun. I've kind of liked it. Let's see. I also found another thing for him. Is it a better sword than I've got? Okay, it's the same sword. Sell it. No trade. Crash it. Have one of these turn in. Of course, Silk is monk. Didn't guess it didn't bring any back. Like I said, I think we're doing pretty good. I think this is I mean, you can't argue that this isn't fully functional. I mean, everything seems here. We got monsters, we got inventory, we got character sheets, we got NPCs giving quests, and a lot of this is kind of where it started for a lot of people. So I think we'll stop it here since we just did beat a kind of a mini bossish thing. And if we come back and play it again, we'll start with this character. So it's been about 2 hours. Thanks for watching this like retro intro type of thing we got going on. I'm gonna go check and see if anyone is playing anything longer term. Because like I said, I kind of wanted to get into Star Crawlers is one of the next big games. But also, I'm going to check on 14, see if anybody's making the way back yet. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope this seems interesting to you. If it does seem interesting to you, send me a whisper or whatever they call it in Twitch, and we'll make this one of our regular things. So, thanks and have a good night.